The rise and fall of the world's most prolific hacking crews. 1. From phone phreaks to digital Fenrir. Long before ransomware crews began raking in 8-figure ransoms, hackers were teenage phone phreakers reading each other's exploits in 2600 The Hacker Quarterly. Groups like Legion of Doom and Masters of Deception feuded over 2,400 baud modems, but they wrote the cultural DNA that later collectives would weaponize. Camaraderie forged in IRC, moral justifications framed as knowledge should be free, and reputational capital earned by spectacular breaches. In the 2000s, WikiLeaks and Anonymous industrialized that formula, proving that loose, leaderless mobs could punch geopolitical holes in nation-state secrecy. Then the money arrived. As cryptocurrencies matured and nation-states grew comfortable outsourcing dirty work, cyber gangs stopped defacing sites for lulz and started chain encrypting entire supply chains for cash or coercion. The modern hacking crew is equal parts tech startup and mafia crew, complete with HR-style affiliate portals, PR channels, and increasingly spectacular implosions. 2. Lulzsec and Anonymous, the pirate kings who burned too bright. Anonymous coalesced in 2008 out of 4chan's chaotic energy, discovering it could topple PayPal one week, then leak Syrian ministry emails the next. Its high watermark came during the Arab Spring, but the same headless structure that made Anonymous impossible to kill also ensured every op eventually fizzled. Spin-off Lulzsec offered a cautionary microcosm. In 50 days of 2011, it hacked Sony Pictures, PBS, the CIA's public site, and the UK's Serious Organized Crime Agency, before an FBI mole flipped its ringleader, Sabu. By March 2012, the Lulz boat had sunk under plea deals and doxings. Anonymous endures as a hashtag. Lulzsec survives only as legend for the next generation of thrill-seekers. Shadow brokers, the day the NSA's closet burst open. In August 2016, a previously unknown outfit calling itself Shadow Brokers dumped online an auction of what it claimed were NSA cyber espionage tools. Among them was Eternal Blue, the exploit that a year later supercharged the WannaCry and NotPetya worms. Security researchers authenticated the cache. The NSA never publicly denied ownership. Shadow brokers' motives remain opaque. Black market profit, Russian intelligence front, or disgruntled insider. But the leak reset the global stakes, proving that even the most secret offensive cyber arsenal could escape into the wild. BBC 4. Fancy Bear and the return of geopolitical hacking. The Russian GRU unit known as AT-28 Fancy Bear sharpened its spears on Georgian ministries in 2008, but the 2016 Democratic National Committee hack made it a household name. 8 years later, the bear still mauls inboxes. A May 2025 Cyberscoop investigation found spear-phishing lures aimed at Ukrainian officials, Western arms suppliers, and even Olympic anti-doping labs. Cyberscoop Western indictments, sanctions, and botched leaks have failed to cage the group because its true patron, the Russian state, shows no intention of retiring it. 5. Lazarus, Pyongyang's masters of crypto pillage. When North Korean operators codenamed Lazarus plundered Sony Pictures in 2014, critics dismissed it as theatrics. A decade later, they are the world's most prolific crypto bandits, blamed for the $625 million Ronin bridge theft in 2022 and a record-setting $920 million cross-chain raid this spring. BBC sanctions make Bitcoin a lifeline for Pyongyang's missile program, so every takedown simply spawns another front company, another DeFi scam, another Lazarus sub-team with feline-themed call signs. 6. The Ransomware Cartel Era 6.1 Lockbit. Make ransomware great again. First spotted in 2019, Lockbit turned extortion into a franchise business. Affiliates got slick portals, bug bounty bonuses for finding new victims, even HR-style reprimands for sloppy leaks. The idyll crashed on the 19th of February 2024, when Operation Kronos, an NCA-led sting, seized servers, doxed the admin, Lockbit Sup, and plastered the gang's leak site with a police banner. Trend micro within weeks, though, rump operators rebuilt on new infrastructure. A leaked chat weeks ago shows Lockbit Sup vowing a relaunch bigger than Kronos. Bleeping computer, whether regulators can finish the job remains an open question. 6.2 Conti, Empire, Implosion, Afterlife. At its 2021 peak, Conti hit Irish healthcare, Costa Rican tax systems, and hundreds of US schools. But when the gang publicly backed Russia's invasion of Ukraine, an insider, angry and Ukrainian, dumped 60,000 of Conti's internal messages. Analysts traced the kingpin to Russia-based Wizard Spider, and affiliates fled. By mid-2022, Conti brand vanished, splintering into cells like Karma and Blackbite, proving ransomware crews don't die, they fork. Wikipedia 6.3 Alf Black Cat, a 9 Lives crew, written in Rust and famed for double extortion photoblogs, Alf V lost some of those 9 lives when the FBI seized its servers in December 2023. The cat clawed back, pivoting to name-and-shame victim-specific email domains, especially against U.S. hospitals, according to a joint CISA-FBI bulletin. CISA analysts see Aleph V as the spiritual heir to Darkside, whose colonial pipeline hack weaponized gasoline prices. Cybereason.com 6.4 Revel, Ragnar Locker and the Season of Takedowns. January 2022. Russia's FSB, bidding for détente with Washington, arrests 14 Revel affiliates. Reuters. October 2023, Europol crushes Ragnar Locker infrastructure and parades a key coder in cuffs. The Hacker News. Yet each win spawns a replacement brand, most using repurposed Revel code, illustrating the whack-a-mole reality of crypto extortion. 6.5 Supply chain scalpels. Ukrainian-speaking Kelp began as a garden-variety file encryptor, but evolved into a surgical supply chain predator. In 2023, it weaponized a zero-day, CVE 2023-34362, in Progress Software's Move It to loot data from 2,000 organizations. Then ran the playbook again in 2024 against JetBrains' Team City servers. CISA's Joint Advisory calls CL0 the most advanced SQL injection ransom crew to date. CISA 7, Flash Mobs, Teenagers and Pure Chaos. Lapsus, Scattered Spider 2022 introduced Lapsus Dollar, an English and Portuguese-speaking gang of mostly teenagers who sim-swapped their way into Microsoft, Okta, and Nvidia, then bragged about it on Telegram. London police arrested 7 youths, 2 pled guilty in 2023, receiving youth detention in 2024. Wikipedia, the same social engineering DNA powers Scattered Spider, aka UNC 394-4. Google's Mandiant says its English-speaking 20-somethings pose as help desk staff to hijack Okta sessions, striking U.S. casinos in 2023 and UK retailers this spring. The Guardian, their youth and fluid membership blur the line between criminal gang and Discord daredevil club. 8. The anatomy of collapse. Why do hacking crews fall? 3 recurring sabotages emerge. Ego leaks. Conti wasn't felled by police, but by a jilted affiliate posting its Jabber logs. Infrastructure choke points. Operation Kronos worked because Lockbit still clung to a handful of Tor servers. Geopolitics. Revel's demise followed a Biden-Putin summit. Shadow brokers likely flourished in the fog between US and Russian spy services. Yet collapse is rarely final. Code forks, affiliates regroup, and branding mutates faster than indictments. The ransomware cartel behaves less like hierarchical mafia and more like a dandelion. Decapitate one blossom and witness 1,000 seeds on the wind. 9. Where do we go from here? Generative AI threatens to lower the barrier to entry for malware authors, just as global cyber insurance pushes victims to pay quickly and quietly. Meanwhile, law enforcement alliances are improving. Interpol's Operation Synergia now shares splash page source code, so agencies can rapidly hijack dark websites the way they seized Aleph V's blog. Still, the sheer profitability of hacks. Lockbit's haul alone was estimated at $91 million before Kronos, means new names will keep appearing in Tor market neon. Policy thinkers propose attacking crypto cash-out points, mandating zero-knowledge backups, and even treating ransom payments like material support for terrorism. None guarantees success, but history suggests the next fall is inevitable. The next rise is inevitable too. 10. Coda. The Hydras keep dancing. From phone freaks soldering blue boxes to AI-powered gangs brokering 0 days, hacking groups mutate with every technological era. Their arcs: meteoric rise, media frenzy zenith, Shakespearean betrayal, and law enforcement coup de grace read like cyberpunk tragedies on repeat. Yet each implosion feeds the next generation lessons in operational security and brand theater. Call them bears, cats, spiders, or Lazarus resin from the crypt. Collective pseudonyms are mere stage names in an endless play between vulnerability and ingenuity. For defenders, that truth is exhausting. For historians of the digital underworld, it is exhilarating, because every takedown sparks the same suspenseful question: who inherits the crown, and how long until the curtain falls again?